many times have I jokingly said I'd like to have one of my best bets be one of those wire-to-wire blowout wins? Well, that's exactly what I got on Saturday night. 15-dime mismatch of the year, and a mismatch it was. I couldn't believe that line. Arkansas 14, then up to 15 points against Tennessee. A Tennessee team that absolutely can't do anything offensively. Arkansas rolls to the easy 49-7 triumph. You know, guys, those 15-dime plays, and again, 99% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes. So a 15-dime play, as I pointed out yesterday, is right there at the top of the rating scale for me. Those 15-dime plays, dating back to the start of preseason football in early August in the NFL, college football, and now in college basketball, are 24-12 so far this season, following Arkansas's win last night, following my opening college basketball game of the year, which I'm now 13-4-1 with over the past 18 years. North Carolina getting the job done against Michigan State on Friday night, following the Packers over the Chargers last Sunday. Boy, you talk about a sweat job there, huh? And of course, 2 Saturdays ago when I told you LSU would beat Alabama outright. They are all 15-dime plays. Today, I have something twice as strong. My highest rated play of the season, in fact, the highest rated play of my career in the NFL, guys. NFC Lock of the Year, part number 2, rare 30-dime play, Chicago and Detroit. Now, these 30-dime plays, I am a perfect 7-0 with these selections in the NFL over the past 4 years. 7 of them, I've won all 7. The most recent one, well, it was when Detroit and Chicago met on Monday night, October 10th, and I told you the Lions would run wild and get the job done with Stafford connecting with Johnson, and that's exactly how that game played out as Detroit got the win and cover. Now today you've got a rematch. Which way do you go? Do you go with a Lions team that's coming off a bye that's 8-1-1 against the spread, their last 10 on the road? Or is the fact that Detroit has lost 3 straight at Soldier Field going to come to haunt them today? Or do you take the Bears, winners of 3 straight since that Monday night debacle, and coming into this one, though, unfortunately 7-14-1 against the spread, their last 22 as a home favorite? Which way to go? No ifs, ands, or buts in my mind, guys. This is why it's a 30-dime play. Again, it is the biggest play that I've ever released in the NFL. 7-0 lifetime with those NFL releases. Won my only college football 30-dimer. You may recall last January, BCS title game told you to go with Auburn and Cam Newton getting the job done over Oregon. That's what I've got online today. And guys, listen, I am the first one to tell you exactly the way it is. I am not telling you to mortgage your house on this game. I am not telling you to take money that should be allocated for putting food on the table or to pay the rent or to pay the mortgage or your family's Christmas presents or for your Thanksgiving dinner on this game unless you have it. Understand part of my perspective. I'm coming out with this play for 2 reasons. 1, I love the game, okay? And 2, I just won a 15-dimer last night in Arkansas, 1-1 on North Carolina on Friday night, 1-1 last Sunday with the Packers, won another one with LSU over Alabama. I'm playing with money that's not my own. So, listen, how many times have I said to you over the years, guys, the way to increase your bankroll is you've got to take shots and opportunities when the opportunity affords itself. This is that game, Detroit, Chicago. That's why I'm doing it, but you've got to play it accordingly. The biggest problem that gamblers make is when they bet money they can't afford to lose. So you got to use your own bankroll management system, their own asset allocation system. You've got to play this game for how it's worth to you in relation to your bankroll. That's the key to this contest. But again, I gave you all the numbers, 7-0 lifetime with this play, and I'm going for it today because I love it. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here. Lots of stuff to talk about. I've got a couple of free picks coming your way in just a moment. Money-saving discount coupon code. Save you $15 off of any single purchase you make today. Also, all the details how you can take a shot at winning $300 of my money playing fantasy football. First, I always tell you the good and the bad. Well, let me tell you, guys, there was a lot more bad than good on Saturday. And we get emails sometimes to customer service and they say, well, why does Al tell about the bad? Well, why shouldn't I tell about the bad? I've got to make sure that when you come to this site, every single record is 100% legit. Every single win or loss is 100% legit. 90% of you are on long-term packages. You already know if any handicapper ever makes a mistake with his record, you immediately write in. And it is an honest mistake if there ever is one. And I can't remember the last time there is one. But I like to tell you the winners and losers because, without integrity, we have nothing. And let's face it, this is a scumbag business. I know it. You know it. There's so many... I can't say that word. There's so many pieces of scum out there that go ahead and, they give this industry such a black eye, such a negative reputation. This site, our company, we get more sales. We are bigger than the top 10 of these services combined in the nation, okay? The top 10 internet sites that sell their prognoses, sell their opinions, etc., they don't even come close to matching our sales, okay? That's how it is, and that's how it's always been. Why? Because I think I put together the greatest number of good, steady, winning handicappers in this business, and I think because we do everything here 100% above board. So, I'm here to tell you, Bob Valentina lost his second ever 100-dime play after winning it a week before with Pitt against Cincinnati. Lost it yesterday. Texas A&M, the 4-overtime loser, unfortunately, against Kansas State. I'm here to tell you that Derek Mancini was going for a 6th consecutive 50-dime play. Couldn't get it with Florida State. I'm here to tell you that Trace Adams, who had won 12 of the previous 15 days, had his second straight 2,500 star play in college football. The first was Virginia last Saturday over Maryland. Well, yesterday it was Clemson. Didn't get the job done. But there's good news to tell you as well. Dom Chambers, 50-dime best bet yesterday, is only playing on the board. How easy was Oregon over Stanford? Jeff Benton, Western Kentucky, 40-dime play, cashing in. He's now won 9 of the last 13 days. Scott Delaney, 30-dime best bet. Georgia coming through for him. Scott Delaney's customers, FYI, over the last 7.5 months, $10 players have won $10,200 betting every single one of his plays in all sports combined. He's kind of been consistent, I'd say. Who else had a good day? Oh, Chuck O'Brien, 60-dime winner yesterday on Wyoming. FYI, Chuck today has, let's see, football winner number 13 out of 17. His 75-dime winner number 16 out of 21, matching his highest rated NFL play of the season. So you might want to check out Chuck O'Brien. Also, Craig Davis. It's Sunday. You know I'm going to talk about Craig Davis. I mean, what can I tell you? Today, Craig Davis, 100-dime NFL winner, number 16 out of 18. 16 out of 18 the past couple of years. I mean, this guy's been phenomenal. Last week, I'll tell you, the plays come in via email, right? Last week, I see his 100-dime play, and I see the Denver Broncos against Oakland. I'm thinking, are you effing kidding me? Yeah, he was kidding me. They went out right as the road dog. I mean, they won easily in that game. I mean, an amazing call. That's all I can tell you. An absolutely amazing call. Anyway, the week before that, he went with Detroit over Denver. I think it was like 45-10. The Lions won on the road. Once again, NFL winner number 16 out of 18 when it comes to 100-dime plays. That is Craig Davis's best bet today. You don't want to miss that. Money saving discount coupon code. Let's go with COVER15. COVER15. Cover, COVER, and the number 15. Put it all together, no space between the word cover or 15, and now save you $15 off of any single purchase today. It's a one-time usage coupon, so use it. You don't have to buy my play. You can buy anybody's play, anything you want at the site. Use it. Cover15 is the money-saving discount coupon code. Earlier this week, I got the results from last week in the fantasy football contest. I finished 219th in the contest. We don't want to talk about my team. We had the closest race of the entire season with last weekend's NFL fantasy football results at draftstreet.com. A guy with the username MMPO. He finished first. The second place guy was JLoy1781. That's his username. Again, I don't know who you guys are. That's all part of the reason I'm playing the game. Protection and anonymity, right? 14 hundredths of a point separated first and second place. 14 hundredths of a point. That is the closest. I mean, we're talking about a couple of yards. I'm thinking that the guy that won the league, he had Vincent Jackson, who had a monster game last Sunday, and Julio Jones, Antonio Gates. I got to think that was the difference for him. So 14 hundredths of a point separated first and second place. I was about 14,000 points behind them. Again, guys, go over to draftstreet.com. Whether you played before or this is your first time, $300 of my money at stake. The top 7 finish in the money. This is not like your father's fantasy league football. This is a contest that is over after the Monday night game between the Vikings and the Packers. You've got until 1 o'clock Eastern time today to take a $100,000 mythical bankroll. You put together a team, a couple quarterbacks, a couple wide receivers, a couple running backs, tight end, etc. You put together a team. Each player has a different value. It'll take you less than 10 minutes to put together this team. Free entry, draftstreet.com. Just use my last name, DeMarco. Draftstreet.com. Use DeMarco. That gets you free entry in the contest. Top 7 finish in the money. You're competing with me, all the handicappers at the site, among yourselves. $300 of my money at stake. Top 7 finish in the money. Good luck, everybody. Try to win. How the hell did I finish 219th? That is my worst Now, and here's the thing, guys. Last Sunday, I couldn't lose a game. I went 3-0 with my free picks. Hit my best bet with the Packers, right? I mean, I was right on target with my selections. Couldn't do a damn thing over at draftstreet.com, however. But I won money, so that's all that mattered one way or another. Hey, by the way, remember the Countdown to Kickoff show is now available to all the websites that you're watching this video on. Countdown to Kickoff, the only nationally televised TV show that breaks down all of your NFL games from a point spread perspective. I do it along with CEO Steve Budin. We've been doing it for 4 years now, so you might want to check that out as well. I think of these plays today, my two favorite free plays are going to be Carolina. I know that Cam Newton's shoulder's bothering them a little bit. But listen, it's about time that this Carolina team, coming off a bye, wins, learns to win. Young teams have to learn to win. That's why I was a little shaky about them a couple weeks ago. You may remember when they were hosting Minnesota, because you've got a team that is just 2-6 straight up on the season. So anytime you're laying points with that team, even at home, you got to go. They're only 2-6 straight up, and you're asking me to lay 3.5 points. But I'm going to do this here today for one reason. If Tennessee had a consistent ground game, which they have not with Chris Johnson this year. If they could run the ball like Adrian Peterson did for the Vikings a couple of weeks ago, I'd be really, really worried, because Carolina's thin at linebacker because of injuries. They can't stop the run, giving up 133 yards a game, 4.5 yards a carry. But this Tennessee team, you never know what you get week in, week out. Tennessee 2-6 against the spread, their last 8 on the road. Meanwhile, you can run on Tennessee, this Tennessee team can't run. Number 31 out of 32 teams in the league, averaging just 70 yards and 3.1 yards per game. So I'm going to go with Carolina coming off the bye here. They're on a 5-2 ATS run. I would buy down the half point with the Panthers in this spot. I like St. Louis, guys, plus the points at Cleveland. Steven Jackson, 2 straight games over 100 yards, 29 carries, 130 yards, and last week's loss in overtime, a game they should have won against Arizona, a game in which they dominated on the stat sheet, 383 to 262, but special team breakdowns cost them the win. Sam Bradford returning from the injury with a pretty good game. Completed 64% of his passes, 255 yards, and a touchdown in the loss. This Cleveland team, they have failed to cover 5 straight as a favorite. They're only 2-14 against the spread their last 16 games overall. They had 172 total yards and 12 points in their loss to Houston last week. I think they're averaging like 13 points or less on the season. So I will buy up the half point, make St. Louis the 3.5 point underdog in this one, and go with St. Louis as your other free pick. The other games today, they are hard. Baltimore, Seattle, I don't know. The Ravens are schizophrenic when they're on the road. You tell me. San Fran and New York, the Giants are definitely due for a letdown. Which team do you get? The Giants team that dominated the Patriots, or the Giants team that needed to rally in the fourth quarter at Arizona a few weeks ago? The Giants team that lost at home to Seattle. You tell me which team you're going to get today. Jets, New England? That's a tough game. I can't wait to watch it, but I have no opinion on that one. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Well, Jesus, guys, given the option, I take the Steelers every single Sunday. I've just always been a big Steelers fan. And they certainly have played well after playing Baltimore, covering 10 of their last 14 after playing the Ravens. But again, the way they lost in the final minute of play last week, you tell me. Are they going to be ready to go against a Cincinnati team that's out to show that maybe it's not a fraud, finally playing a top-notch team this season? I think Kansas City bounces back against Denver, but the one thing is Tim Tebow, you can make fun all you want, but the guy wins games. 2-1 as a starter, right? What was Kyle Orton's record as a starter? Exactly my point. Dallas and Buffalo, damned if I know what's going to go on. Maybe the over? Dallas and Buffalo. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on today's game. Good luck, everybody, and I will catch you again on Monday.